Welcome, friends. We are gathered here today from far and wide on the ancestral lands of many Indigenous and First Nations people. We are, in more ways than one, connected today by the land, wind, and skies. I was born and raised on Treaty 6 territory and the homeland of the Métis. While we gather today on a virtual platform, PADS is based on the unceded territory of the Coast Salish people, including the territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the importance of these lands and their history. We do this to reaffirm our commitment and responsibility in improving relations between nations and to improving our own understanding of local Indigenous peoples and their cultures. Please join me in a moment of reflection to acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past and to consider how we, in our own way, try to move forward in a spirit of reconciliation and truth. It is now my great pleasure to introduce you to our MCs for today's festivities, two incredible friends of PADS. The first is the sweetest golden retriever in all the land, PADS accredited facility dog Puma, or Puma Thurman to those who follow her on her social media, and our client and amazing friend, Kim Gramlich.
Thank you, Laura, and welcome, friends. Warmest welcome to our incredible graduating teams, volunteers, supporters, staff, and board. Before we get to the main event, I have very special greetings from the handsome King Caber. To say he has embraced retirement well would be an understatement. And Miss Pumaloo also says a warm welcome. She hasn't decided what she wants to wear for today's event. We're here for year 2 in an online platform celebrating our 2021 graduation a little bit differently. While COVID has forced our hand away from the lovely in-person events of years past, we've come to realize there are some good things to come from this format too. You'll be able to see our lovely dogs and graduates a bit more closely than on a stage, and you'll be able to watch this recording for perpetuity. Not to mention that when I mess up my lines, I can just record it again. Oh, and I think we have the PADS cold better under control in this format. We know some of you are watching from afar, possibly all around the globe, and we couldn't be more delighted at your support and interest in PADS. We have heard rumors there are a few watch parties happening, so snap your best selfies or a short video and post it in the comments or tag us in your stories, and Katie will share it out for all to see. Tag it #PadsGrad, and if you're cheering for a particular team, you can tag it #Team PADS Dog's name. So, for example, PADS Aries Village could tag their story #Team Aries. If that all sounded too complicated, just tell us in the comments where you are watching from and or who you are cheering for. Remember how I said that it was a bit of a different kind of year? Well, last year on this screen, I announced that we graduated 22 dogs and placed 9 VIPs in the thick of COVID. Today, we are going to see a PADS record-shattering 30 dogs and 9 beautiful, very important pets. That's right, 39 life changers. For those of you that raised each of these wondrous dogs, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine handing over that leash. And know that it's not just your imagination. It is real, and even more remarkable because it was all done in these crazy times. Today you will see service dogs, hearing dogs, accredited facility dogs, and our newest breeding dogs on screen. Each of our grads were sent their very own graduation package in the mail, but we want to thank the people that made these possible. Kathy for sewing each graduate's 2021 bandana. Big Dog Little Dog Bakery for their delicious treats. Cactus Club Cafe for their donation of gift cards so each grad is able to enjoy a celebratory supper with someone special. And finally, a huge thank you to Jeff Lister, who is recording me right now and who generously gave of his time and videography skills. And finally, the amazing crew at Maddock Road Elementary School who hosted our filming for this grad video. With those critical thank yous done, please join me in welcoming PADS Training Program Manager Margaret Hicks to introduce our graduates.
Welcome to the client graduation section of our ceremony. We're very excited to present our graduate teams today. Connection and relationship are at the heart of everything we do at PADS. Our relationships with our dogs help us to connect with each other and with our communities every day. We continue to connect in new and unexpected ways during this pandemic. It has been another unusual as well as a remarkable year for PADS. As the pandemic continues to affect us all in many ways, at PADS we have been fortunate to have the opportunity to continue training, matching, and placing dogs with our clients. This year, all of our clients completed team training using a mixture of online video conferencing as well as in-person practical training with staff. It's now the new norm for PADS team training. With physical distancing and the use of protective equipment, we were able to train and follow up with clients in person in many different locations, both inside malls and schools, as well as outside in parks and on walks. We have had some staffing changes within the advanced training department. We have welcomed Emma and Juniper to our Burnaby team, as well as said goodbye to Jessica and Dana, whose roles have changed at PADS. Dana is now working with onboarding volunteers, and Jessica is assisting with applicant administration. I thank them deeply for their hard work over the past years.
Hello, PADS community. My name is Val Bowie, and I'm the peer support person for the PADS PTSD program. This is PADS Vader, the ambassador for the program. Together, we work with our first responder clients in a trauma-informed approach, assisting them in the application process, meeting their canine partner, team training, and aftercare. We're both really excited to work in this program and love being part of the PADS community.
A French philosopher said many years ago, "Life is short. Let's gladden the hearts of those who travel the way with us. Be swift to love and make haste to be kind." To the many people who have helped us by volunteering their time, and for kindnesses, big and small, from breeder caretakers, raisers, staff, sitters, and the volunteers who have helped over the past year. Thank you. We appreciate all your help and your open hearts.
Aries and Emily live on Vancouver Island. Aries loves to be busy and spend time with Emily. He especially loves efficiency and tries to complete everything quickly and sharply. Sometimes, if he's eager to get going, but it's still time to settle, he will give a few huffs or sneezes to let you know he'd like to do something fun. Emily is off on a new adventure, starting school away from her family. She says that Aries has done well adjusting to the move and a new classroom environment, allowing her to confidently navigate the world independently.
Aries has been by my side since June 14th. While just 4 months ago, it feels like we've been a team for much longer. Aries is a 3-year-old yellow lab. He's sweet and soft, both literally and figuratively. He likes to play with his toys, adventure outdoors, and earn a kibble treat wherever he can. No matter the time or the place, Aries is ready to help me out, be it picking up the same item I've dropped over and over again, carrying something to or from the car, or simply resting his fuzzy head on my knee when things get to be a bit much. Aries confidently navigates all aspects of life without a second glance. He's a great balance of work and play, happy to sleep for a 2-hour class, ride a gondola up a mountain, road trip across BC, or simply take a nice nap in the sun. When I applied for a PADS service dog after being a volunteer for a couple of years, I was open about the things that I wanted in a dog, knowing full well that no matter what animal I got, I was going to be happy. Aries is all the things I want in a service dog and more. Every day he helps me in ways I cannot happily accept from other people. Aries replaces feelings of burden and guilt with ones of pride.
Congratulations, Team Aries!
Cadence has entered her second career at PADS. Many of you may remember Cadence from her days in the PADS breeding program, where she had 3 litters and produced 27 amazing puppies, 2 of which, Swell and Drift, are also graduating today. Once Cadence's kids all left their wellbeing box, Cadence was ready for more learning. Today, Cadence provides incredible stability, both with bracing and counterbalance, as well as being a retrieving machine, picking up everything that Tara drops. Cadence and Tara share their home with big brother Matthew and share life with amazing friends and family. She loves visiting the senior center where her grandma lives and sharing some golden joy. The most unexpected surprise is Cadence's ability to understand and respond to pain flares and muscle spasms. She's not a cuddly dog, but if Tara's experiencing pain, she'll come and heavy dog right on the area of pain and lie for hours if needed. Her weight and warmth ease this pain in the ways that medication can't touch.
When I came to PADS all those years ago, I never imagined that someday I'd need a dog of my own. And when Cadence moved on to advanced training and I realized I did need that dog, I never imagined she would come back to me. We'd already gone through so much together: loss, challenges, joy, career changes. She knew. Life is funny that way, putting both challenges and blessings on our path when we least expect them. Every single day I count myself fortunate for the joyous, silly, sweet, sometimes stubborn, and superbly skilled Cadence. I'm so grateful to this community of people, every single one of you. Dang PADS Gold, for not only gifting me with this beautiful creature, but for being my community. You are my village. You are my people. Cadence is both my anchor and my net. She grounds me with her steady bracing and counterbalance work, gives a good pull to help me stand when my legs have a case of the wobbles, catching my dropped items and delivering them back to me with ease. Most importantly, she gives me the confidence to face all life's adventures together. Thank you, and congrats to the PADS class of 2021.
Congratulations, Team Cadence. Chantilly and Karen work at Birchland Elementary School. Chantilly's main job is to share her chill. That is, she co-regulates with students and sometimes staff that are feeling bigger emotions. Sad, angry, frustrated, scared, worried, and anxious, she handles them all. Sometimes she works one-on-one with students who need support by being her fantastic, chill self. She provides incentive to some of the students to come to school. Chantilly always helps the students to feel safe and to make school a place they are comfortable to be. Chantilly lives with Karen and her husband, pet dog Pico Bell and cat Earl Grey. They are frequently visited by family members, including their little grandchildren. Chantilly enjoys going for walks in the forest and visiting with pretty much anybody who pays attention to her. People are her jam, and she never tires of the attention. Karen is amazed every day by the many ways Chantilly helps the student and sometimes even the staff at the school. Every day, teachers request Chantilly time for their students who are struggling. 5 minutes snuggling with Chantilly can change a child's whole day. It's truly magical. One day, a child even fell asleep snuggling Chantilly while his teacher was talking to him. That is really sharing your chill, Chantilly. Congratulations, Team Chantilly.
Dagan has a very special personality and brings joy and exuberance to the table along with his skills. He is Anya's second service dog, and he helps Anya around the house by opening and closing doors, retrieving items that fall to the ground, and of course, great companionship. He loves being involved in activities with Anya, and he goes with her on many different excursions, such as canoeing, camping, amongst others. Anya has recently taught him to accompany her in the water. He's a very strong swimmer, and he loves being involved in the action.
I teamed up with Dagan 4 months after my first pad service dog, Leahy, passed away. Leahy and I were together for 12 years. COVID-19 took the lives of a few of my loved ones, which made Leahy's passing all the more difficult. In such a challenging time of pandemic isolation, receiving Dagan was the most meaningful gift. Dagan's affectionate nature brought much joy, comfort, and companionship. He was the only one I was able to hug. Dagan's signature posture is to sit on his bum, put his 2 front paws on me, and watch me with compassionate eyes. His presence means loving and healing. This photo of Dagan wearing a tie is of him preparing to attend my concert. I thought this should be especially mentioned, as his raiser, like me, is also a musician.
Congratulations, Team Dagan. Darlene is a Labrador Golden Retriever cross with a very sweet and sensitive personality. Darlene is Elaine's first service dog. Darlene loves to work and to engage with Elaine whenever she's needed. She also loves to sleep and can turn off in an instant should that be required, or if the situation calls for a good nap. Darlene helps Elaine around the house by opening doors, turning lights on, retrieving items, amongst many other things. She is a very attentive little service dog, and we hope she will provide great assistance and companionship for a long time to come.
Darlene has been my partner for almost a month and a half, and she has very quickly become an indispensable helper. Working with Darlene has made me put structure and meaning to my daily routine. Getting up isn't just getting up and having my morning coffee. It's now Darlene's trip outside to the bathroom, then her breakfast, grooming, and also my morning cup of coffee. Her willingness to help and to work makes me want to participate in the world again. Whether in the fancy shops of South Granville or at GF Strong Rehab Hospital, she helps me with tasks that I need to get done, but she also serves as an icebreaker and ambassador. As a disabled person, it is nice to have Darlene get the spotlight instead of my disability and wheelchair. When we're out in the community, she brings smiles wherever she goes. The PADS team and volunteers did a fantastic job raising, training, and matching us together. She is a perfect fit for my family and is beloved by myself and my husband. Her affectionate and playful personality brings a lightness to our home, and she is such a clown. Darlene has already proven herself both as an indispensable working assistance dog and a sensitive, caring member of my family.
Congratulations, Team Darlene.
Dodger 2 is a handsome, lanky, black Labrador Retriever and Colin's first service dog. Colin works as a police sergeant, and Dodger goes with him to work on each shift. Dodger is a goofy and easygoing boy. Each morning, Dodger wakes up with a joyful grin and grabs a toy to bring to Colin. Dodger is happy to go along with the plans of the day and keeps a slow and steady tempo. He is very happy doing his skills and obedience work with Colin. On their days off, Colin and Dodger love to work out in the gym, go for long walks, and spend time at home with friends and family.
Dodger is such a laid-back dog, both with me and people he meets. With his big eyes and relaxed composure, he is fantastic with me at work. I'm a police sergeant in a Lower Mainland police agency, and I appreciate his calm and solid presence when I'm working. Dodger also has a really playful side to him. Every morning he wakes up with a grin on his face and is ready for whatever the day will bring. Get him to a dog park and his speed will impress you. I've been working with Dodger since March 2021, and during the summer and fall, we've done a lot of walking, hiking, kayaking, and of course going to work together on all my shifts. I first learned about pads in 2019, and I was very excited once I found out that I had been matched with Dodger in 2021. He is the perfect mix for me. I feared that a service dog wouldn't be a good fit for me, but with the encouragement of my family and the recognition from my employer that mental health should be a priority with many unique avenues to treat mental illnesses. Thank you to all of Dodger's puppy raisers and sitters, advanced trainers and sponsors. Your hard work and training with Dodger has paid off. He has wonderful behavior when we're running errands and at work. He is equally awesome when we're out hiking or relaxing at home. Thank you very much to all the PADS community. Your time and commitment to Dodger's training has made an incredible difference to me. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations, Team Dodger.
Corey and Drift love to go kayaking and go to the beach together to take in the fresh open air and listen to the sea. Corey and Drift share their life with Corey's husband and live on Vancouver Island in Duncan. Drift is settling into his role at Discovery. Youth and caregivers truly adore him, and he is responsive to noticing when they are in need of some Drift attention. During an at-home visit, a youth was on call to a healthcare provider. Drift noticed when this client was in distress and went over with his tail wagging and put his head on their lap. As Drift becomes more comfortable in his role, Corey finds these wonderful intuitive behaviors increasing.
Discovery Youth and Family Substance Use Services was excited to welcome accredited facility dog Drift to our team of counselors and outreach workers in June of 2021. Whether walking the trails, in the office, down at the beach, or in community, Drift is on the job. With his happy wiggle and adorable grin, Drift brings joy and calm to families we serve. His presence sitting beside a distraught parent or an angry youth reduces tension. Drift has this uncanny way of noticing when someone is struggling, and he puts himself in just the right spot to provide support when needed. We at Discovery are thankful to Lisa and Margaret and to the team at PADS for all they are doing to support our communities with their incredible dogs. We're grateful to the donors who provided financial support for this important work to be possible, and to the puppy raisers who dedicate their time and their hearts to these fantastic pups. From our team at Discovery Duncan and from Drift's handler Corey, thank you.
Congratulations, Team Drift.
Gaia is the second PADS accredited facility dog to work at Canuck Place, but a first PADS dog for Brenda and Camara. Colleagues Brenda and Camara live in the greater Vancouver area. Gaia enjoys spending time in each of their homes. Gaia is a sweet and gentle soul with a welcoming face that brightens people's days. When not working, she stays well rested and warm next to her very own office fireplace. Brenda and Camara have said they are so glad and love having her at work and at their respective homes. They say Gaia has been exceptional with the children and staff and brings a lovely energy to Canuck Place.
It is amazing to have a dog back again at Canuck Place, and especially during this pandemic, the timing could not have been better. She's absolutely amazing. She just brings so much to everybody at Canuck Place, and she's just so calm. She just wanders about the house. She visits with kids, she visits with staff, parents, siblings. She just has this very gentle nature about her. And we've had her now for about 8 months. Camara and I are used to her now and the command structure, and she is good coming to work. She loves coming up this path every morning, wags her tail, and she has her routine, goes and greets everybody, greets the kids. It's been unbelievable. It's way more than I even imagined it would be.
Congratulations, Team Gaia.
Gatsby is a Labrador Retriever cross, and he is Rob's first service dog. Gatsby is a very affectionate dog who loves to work and be the center of attention no matter where he goes. He is very attentive to Rob, and he will often greet visitors in Rob's home by retrieving a toy when entering the house. Gatsby possesses many skills that he uses to help Rob around the house and on errands such as tug and retrieve. He also provides great companionship all day long. Congratulations, Team Gatsby.
Rhonda lives in Calgary, Alberta with her husband Rick and their two pet dogs, Lucy and Daisy. Groovy is Rhonda's first service dog. Loyal, gentle, occasionally goofy, Groovy is one special guy. He helps Rhonda by providing counterbalance when she's walking, retrieving dropped objects, and even closing the dishwasher once it's all loaded. We're still working on the opposable thumb thing though. When these two aren't out enjoying the outdoors, they can be found spending time with friends and family, and if Groovy is lucky, taking a well-deserved rest in the world's largest and most comfortable dog bed.
Hello, my name is Rhonda. This is my service dog, Groovy. In 2004, I was diagnosed with MS, and in the years since, my disability has progressed. When I walk, I stagger, and I tend to veer off to the left. Some people would stop and stare and make rude comments. It's really embarrassing. Then along came Groovy. Groovy walks straight unless I ask him to go right or left. If I veer off to the left, he always pulls me back to walk beside him straight. It's hard for me to stand in one place, and so I tend to lose my balance and sway. Groovy stands beside me and just applies a little bit of pressure to the side of my leg or behind my leg, and it works perfectly. People don't stop and stare at me anymore or make rude comments. They do stop and stare, however, at Groovy, and they make great comments. They don't even notice me anymore, which suits me just fine. I have so much appreciation and thanks for all of the staff and volunteers at PADS, especially Miranda, and Groovy's puppy raisers, Mike, Michelle, and Sam. Special thanks to them and to everyone at PADS. I appreciate everything you've done so very much. Thank you.
Congratulations, Team Groovy. Lindsay lives in Courtenay, BC, where she can often be found volunteering at her local school. She's been partnered with her second service dog, Rocco, who has big paw prints to fill after following in the footsteps of Pad Silky. Luckily, Rocco is definitely up for this job. He loves being a service dog. His middle name is definitely Enthusiasm, as is his characteristic hashtag. Rocco's favorite skills are anything and everything. He loves retrieving dropped items. He loves opening the fridge. He loves closing the fridge. He loves smashing door buttons. And he really loves pulling Lindsay in her wheelchair. This dynamic duo can be found spending their time hanging with friends and family, going for strolls or Rocco speed sprints around the neighborhood and visiting the local coffee shop.
Going through the process of having another working dog around the house after the passing of my first service dog, Silky, was something I was unsure of, and that inner feeling of replacing her was still challenging for me. Rocco came into the house just a couple of weeks before last Halloween, and I quickly fell in love with his gentle, cuddly nature and desire to work and be the best dog he could for me. He warmed up to everyone around me and has turned into quite the snuggle bug. I am most thankful for how he helps me pick things up so I don't risk falling when home or out in the community alone. When he's not working, he loves to play just as hard, especially the game of tug. He can be quite the sock-stealing monster. But that's what keeps me on my toes as his handler and reminds me of how much I appreciate all of his little quirks and big goofy personality. I am excited to grow as a team with such a great dog, and I am thankful to the great trainers at PADS for setting him up to be the best he can for my unique needs. And finally, thank you, Rocco, for not only being my PADS service dog, but for also being my buddy.
Congratulations, Team Iroko. Carlin lives in Calgary, Alberta with her husband Yuri and their son Dane. Carlin has been partnered with Lennon as her first service dog. Lennon is a fun-loving, energetic, and motivated girl, all traits that make her perfect for her role as a service dog. This pair can often be found enjoying time together in the parks and on the trails around the city. Together, these two are a dream team. Carlin brings an indomitable spirit, and Lennon brings her boundless enthusiasm, and I suspect that together there's nothing this pair isn't able to accomplish.
It's been a little over 2 months since Lennon has become my full-time teammate and family member, and so far things couldn't be better. She helps me so much in terms of the little things every day, like picking things up off the floor and opening doors for me. But I think the best thing about having Lennon by my side is that I now feel like I have the confidence to go out again. I can go out on my own with Lennon without the fear of getting stuck in a bathroom stall or not being able to get up a hill. I know that Lennon is by my side and that together we can get through anything. Now, the other really cool thing about going out with Lennon is that when she's in her blue pads cape, she's basically like a little celebrity, and we always get so much attention. Honestly, I've never been so proud to have a dog by my side as I am with Lennon. It's such a great conversation starter when she is wearing her pads cape because a lot of people are really familiar with the organization and they always have nothing but positive and amazing things to say. And I wholeheartedly agree. I think that as a community, you all are just incredible, and I want to thank each and every one of you that have played a part in raising Lennon to be the amazing, hardworking, and fun-loving dog that she is today. Please know that all of you, in whatever way that you're contributing to PADS, you're making a difference in other people's lives, because since I've had Lennon, it's been life-changing for me in such a great way. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Congratulations, Team Lennon. Cindy lives in Calgary, Alberta with her husband Darcy and daughter Peyton. Mally is her first service dog. This partnership is a melding of two beautiful ladies with equally beautiful spirits. You could say that both Cindy and Mally are hardworking, outgoing, and a true joy to spend time with. While she is small, Mally is mighty, and there is no door too heavy to open and no object too big to retrieve for Cindy. Together, these two liven up every room that they walk into, especially if they happen to show up with the bubbles and brew cart in tow.
Hi everyone, my name is Cindy Luderback, and this is Mally, or we refer to her as Pickle, because she's a little bit of a pickle. We love her to death. I just wanted to thank everybody at PADS, and I wanted to thank everybody who does the hard work at PADS and who have brought an incredible, I know she's a service dog, but sometimes I feel like she's a little bit human because of the relationship that we have together. I was brought to PADS about 3.5, 4 years ago by an incredible gentleman named Mike Edgar, and he introduced me to a service dog that he was training. And during that time when I met, I believe it was, I can't remember the dog because he's raced quite a few, but I had the pleasure of meeting a few of his service dogs. And at that time I had a spinal stroke, which affected the lower half of my body and my mobility. So I used arm crutches to get by, which is not very easy. So if I drop things, it's extremely hard to do. So about in September or October of last year, I received a call that I was going to be paired with a pup. And I got to meet with Miranda, and we got to talk and got to know one another, and she paired me with this incredible soul. Aren't you? You're a beautiful girl. And each and every day that we've had together since has been just such a blessing. I actually don't know how I got through my life without her. I don't know how I got through my day-to-day activities without her. And since having her, I venture the world. I go do things. We go and see things. We go everywhere together. And now I don't know what I would actually do without her. It's because of the incredible people at PADS, from Mike Edgar to Ross, who was her puppy trainer, and his family, who I've had the pleasure of meeting, with Chantel, who was Melly's advanced trainer. You got to see Chantel the other day, and Ross. And with Miranda and with Rob, who got me through all of the training. There was many days I was kind of worried if I'd be good enough for Mally, and as it turns out, it's brought an incredible amount of confidence within myself, and actually with Melly as well. We get through this world and nobody focuses on me anymore or asks me questions. I found when I was out in the world, I would get a lot of questions about who and how I am. I also wanted to make sure that I take enough time to thank Miranda and Rob. The difference you've made in my life directly, again, I can never thank you enough. The patience that Miranda has shown me through with the training and the aftercare support from all of them, and making sure that I felt confident. I could call her absolutely any time of the day, any time of the week, and she would help me out. Oh.
Congratulations, Team Mally. Mika is a sweet, cheerful, motivated girl who loves working and playing in equal measures, which you can tell by her long list of skills and even longer list of friends, both human and dog. She has been partnered with Miles as his first service dog. Affectionately nicknamed Team M&M, these two have hit the ground running, juggling school drop-off and pickup with full-time work and running a business. In their free time, they love to spend time hiking with friends, as well as playing at the off-leash park with their other dogs.
Hi everyone, it's Miles and Mika here. Firstly, I want to thank everyone at PADS for all that they do for people in need. Since I've met the folks at the PADS program and had Mika come into our life, I can't tell you what a positive impact it's been for me and for my family. Mika is a post-traumatic stress dog, and she has just brought so much light to the challenges of my day, from some of the biggest triggers of walking my son to and from school, or other challenges that I may have throughout the day. Mika is there to give me support and love. She can sense when my challenges are starting to become a bit more significant, and she defuses me, and it's pretty awesome. So thank you to everyone that's involved, from the trainers to the staff, the puppy raisers and donors. It's incredible what you do, and you have no idea what an incredibly positive impact it has on people's lives. Thank you.
Congratulations, Team Mika.
Mudge is a perfect combination of sweet and spicy. Best known for her judgmental eyebrow, Mudge was very sure that she knew better than the trainers when it was time to choose her perfect match. She and her client love spending time together, both in the city and the country. In the past year, Mudge and her client have hiked over 1,800 kilometers together. Growing up, Mudge spent a lot of time at horse and cattle ranches. She's a farm girl at heart. Mudge traveled with her puppy raiser Terry across southern BC and Washington State. In advanced training, Mudge traveled across 4 provinces with her advanced trainer Dana. Mudge and her partner are ready for any weather and any long road trips that come their way. Mudge and her client make a dynamic team. Mudge's client shared this message. It has been an incredible year with Mudge. Last fall, I had no idea what an impact a service dog would have on my life. I know what I had hoped would happen, but even those hopes don't compare to what we have already achieved together. We've been camping and hiking and exploring, and she is truly my best friend. With her by my side, my world has opened up again, and I am so thankful to the volunteers, donors, and staff who have made this possible. Mudge is my perfect match. We're both smart, stubborn, and have little patience for nonsense. I love her, and I am looking forward to a long and happy future together. Thank you. Congratulations, Team Mudge.
Paxton might be the world's best boy. This smart, eager, and gentle guy has been partnered with Nicole as her first service dog. Retrieving dropped objects, smashing door buttons, and holding open manual doors like the gentleman he is are all in a day's work for Paxton. When they aren't working at the university campus, this team can be found spending time with friends and family while enjoying many of their local parks and pathways. Congratulations, Team Paxton.
Queenie, an endearing and cheerful Labrador Golden Retriever cross, is Patty's first accredited facility dog. Patty and Queenie support clients at Hollyburn Family Services Society, a community-based victim services agency in North Vancouver. Queenie loves to greet people with a toy in her mouth and give lots of love and attention. She can be spunky as well as a calm and steady presence. She loves doing a my lap to get even closer for cuddles. Queenie has been working her magic alongside Patty while supporting people who are telling their very difficult stories and joining people in court as they testify.
My name is Patty Custance, and I am the clinical manager of 2 community-based victim service programs at Hollyburn Family Services Society. One is the community-based victim services, which is based at Hollyburn, and the other is community-based victim services at the domestic violence unit, which is based in the West Vancouver Police Department. In July of 2021, I was gifted with an accredited facility dog from PADS, whose name is Queenie. Queenie's role is to support clients when they come in and speak to us here or at the domestic violence unit, when they go to the police to report or to give a statement, and when they go to court to testify as a witness. As you can imagine, this is a hugely challenging thing for people to do. And being able to have Queenie to support those survivors is just amazing. We've only been together for 4 months, but already she's had a pretty extreme impact on the lives of some of our clients, and I really wanted their voice to be heard today. So I'm just going to read a couple of testimonials to Queenie's impact. The first one, the client says, having Queenie in court meant so much to me on the day of my testimony. I was very nervous and overwhelmed, triggered by my PTSD under such difficult circumstances. Queenie's energy and bright vibe brought me peace, strength, unconditional love, acceptance, and even a little joy and laughter despite the difficult time. Queenie was very therapeutic, and her presence itself was delightful. I felt a sense of safety and got tremendous support emotionally and physically. I was able to touch, feel, and hug her, which gave me comfort and calmed me down, especially with not being able to have physical contact with people during COVID. Feeling her warmth was soothing to my cold, tense body and helped me to stay grounded and present. I felt a lot of hope with her and know that her future service will provide a huge support to all kinds of people. I truly believe she will be a great therapeutic and supportive service dog for the client and a huge asset to our community. Queenie, I am grateful and thankful for you and your great service and your love. And one more. Queenie makes it easier when I meet with Patty. Sometimes we discuss terrifying topics, and having Queenie with me in the same room is an enormous help. Her presence helps me feel safer. When I pet her, I can feel my heart rate slow and my anxiety lessen. She's a bundle of joy who's very eager to help those she senses are in distress. Meeting her has made a tremendously positive impact on my path to recovery. And I just want to say thank you to everyone at PADS, the whole village that it took to get Queenie to where she is today. And I want you to know that we feel very honored here to have her with us and blessed that she can be here to help our clients. I want to especially thank Jo Brand and her family, who were the puppy raisers, and Ellen Proctor and her family, who were the advanced puppy raisers, and the trainers, Margaret and Ashley and Val, who really helped me out in those first weeks when I needed that support. Thank you all so much. She's a blessing. She'll always, always be loved.
Congratulations, Team Queenie. Sadie, too, is Christian's first accredited facility dog. Sadie also has 2 other handlers on her team, Emily and Kat. Sadie and her team at Vancouver Police Department all live and work in the Greater Vancouver area. Sadie is outgoing and loves to be petted. She has a calming face that has a look of wisdom and comfort. Although she can look serious, she also loves to blow off steam playing with her dog pals. Her handlers say that things are going great, and Sadie is making a positive impact wherever she goes.
Sadie's presence in our team has dramatically changed the environment in the Internet Child Exploitation Unit. She brings pure joy to our work lives, even when she's simply sleeping. Time spent with her, no matter how brief, allows us to leave our worries behind and be completely in the moment. I believe that a team like ours, who view the type of material that we see on a daily basis, should make every effort to add an accredited facility dog to their unit. Sergeant Christian Lowe, Primary Handler.
I wanted to list the effects Sadie has had on me personally and on our VPD Internet Child Exploitation Unit. Since Sadie has arrived, I have found that we take more walks, get a lot of doggy hugs, take more breaks, and yet are more focused and productive in our work. Sadie's energy and presence is exactly what is needed in our unit and has immensely improved our well-being at work. We so appreciate the team at PADS and all the hard work they have done for making it possible to have Sadie in our lives. Thank you. Detective Constable Kathleen Chang.
Congratulations, Team Sadie.
Sandy is one of those dogs that you instantly know he's going to be a service dog. Sandy is Brad's 3rd dog. His calm approach to life and competent manner makes a great combination that suits the lifestyle of Brad. Don't be fooled though. Sandy has a joyous, playful side, just like the rest of them, especially when he gets excited and begins to run off leash. Sandy helps Brad around the house using the skills he learned in advanced training. Soon, Brad and Sandy will be traveling together for Brad's work, and Sandy will be a great asset on long trips.
Well, hi everybody, and thank you for this chance to add my voice to the graduation celebrations. And don't get me wrong, I love living at the lake and everything, but I just feel like, sometimes it feels like something's missing. I went through all this training to be a service dog, and I heard Brad talking about the old days with Chip, his last service dog, and all the adventures when they'd fly in airplanes and they would run around the airport. And he talks about Montana, his first service dog, and all of their adventures. And I think to myself, oh, wait a minute, I want to have some adventures too.
Oh, don't you worry, Junior. Your day's coming. I tell you what, as soon as this COVID thing passes, you're gonna learn something real important. It ain't the years, it's the mileage.
Boy, you got that right, Chip. I tell you what, little Sandy, your day is coming.
Well, thanks, guys. I sure hope I can live up to the great reputation of you two, but I'm just impatient, I guess. I can't wait to get out there and prove that I can be a hero too. To all you guys who made this possible, and for everybody at the graduation, thank you. I can't wait to prove I'm the best.
Congratulations, Team Sandy.
Swell is a big, goofy, lovable guy. His larger-than-life personality and gentle nature means that he has found his true calling as an accredited facility dog. Swell has been matched with a first-time AFD handler who works in the Calgary area. These two work together to help normalize difficult situations and bring smiles to everyone they meet. When they aren't working, Swell and his partner can be found enjoying walks with friends and, even better, swims at the river all year round, including last week in November. Congratulations, Team Swell.
Tommy let us know early on that despite his extra big size, he wanted to support people emotionally instead of physically. Tommy is very affiliative and intuitive and loves his job as an accredited facility dog. In the mix of tumbled emotions experienced by tweens and young teens at middle school, Tommy will show his love and stay relaxed and connected with a student who might be upset.
Tommy and Darren work at Pitt River Middle School, where Tommy greets kids at the school and supervises, helps with co-regulation, and provides comfort when kids are upset. Downtime for Darren and Tommy are doing activities like reading, chilling at people's feet, working out, chewing on bones, watching TV, hiking, renovating, woodworking, squash, and sleeping. I will let you, the audience, decide who does what. Darren told me a story about Tommy in action at his school. One day, as the bell for nutrition rang, this student was just sitting by himself, head down, put up, no eye contact, facing away from the school. The EA, who was working with him, was trying without success to get the student to go back inside. Tommy saw him and wanted to go towards him. Darren told the student he needed to go and gather equipment and gave him Tommy's leash to hold and told him to look after Tommy for a second. Without looking, the student reached up his hand and took the leash. Tommy stood beside him, and the student began patting him, never once looking up. But Tommy naturally turned the student away from where he was looking and got his head up. Once Darren saw that the student was starting to come out of his shell, he told the student he needed to help to get Tommy back to the school. Together, they walked back towards the building. Darren thanked him for keeping Tommy calm and letting him know how much Tommy appreciated what he was doing for him. The student then began talking, and by the time they got back to the school, The student had a plan, was calm, and Tommy had an even stronger connection to the student. Darren calls Tommy magical.
Tommy is simply amazing. We start almost every day greeting everyone as they arrive. Tommy enjoys rock star status, and I get to see who might be needing a bit more Tommy time later in the day. It's fantastic watching people's faces light up when they see Tommy and watching him trot over wagging his tail. It's the best way to start a school day. Usually, our greeting is a quick pet, but there are a handful of students who run to him and give him a big snuggle to start their day. As the day goes on, though, that is when his magic really shines through. Tommy senses when someone needs him and leads me to them. Usually, he provides a quick pet and an opportunity for me to begin a conversation, and then together we figure things out. Sometimes, though, Tommy has to work much, much harder. I've watched him go up to one of the kids he knows who's shutting down, stick his snout under their elbow, and flick his head as if to say, "Hey, pet me, it'll help." And it does. I get to stand back and simply say, "Follow Tommy's lead. He knows how to make things better."
Congratulations, Team Tommy. Pad's dog Tony, Murray, and Danielle work at the Customized Learning Center, a small high school alternative program in Coquitlam School District. Tony spends his day with Murray, his handler, or Danielle, a youth worker who is trained as a co-handler, interacting with students in small groups or individually. He greets students outside the building, in the hallway, or in the youth worker area as they arrive for the day. He joins small groups in daily discussion group time called Connections, and sits in one-on-one meetings involving staff, student, and parents. Tony also visits preschool-aged children in the child-minding daycare program located in the same building. Tony spends his downtime on lots of walks in Monday Park and the neighborhood with Murray and his wife. Tony also enjoys playing hide and seek in the backyard with Murray's teenagers and listening to Murray play guitar in the evening. In June, the school had their annual graduation ceremony for the students, but had to adapt to COVID protocols. Each grad and their family came to the school at a separate time, and they held a small ceremony for each student with only their family as the audience. Tony wore his bow tie and added a calm and humorous tone to the evening. He greeted each family as they arrived, was positioned beside Murray on the stage during the ceremony, and mingled with guests and staff afterwards. Some of the parents had heard a lot about Tony and were especially glad to meet him in person. Being the star he is, most of the families wanted Tony in their photos. Some of the students were a bit nervous when they arrived, and Tony certainly helped them to relax and enjoy the event.
Hello, we are Team Tony. I am Murray Peters, principal of the Customized Learning Center program in Coquitlam School District. I am Tony's primary handler.
I am Danielle Nadeau, the youth worker in the CLC program, and I am Tony's co-handler.
The CLC program is a small high school alternate program that enrolls teenage students who have mental health challenges and struggle to attend school. Tony spends his day interacting with students in small groups or individually. He greets students as they arrive for the day, joins small groups in our daily discussion group time called Connections, and sits in one-to-one meetings involving staff and students or parents.
Tony's positive impact on the CLC is far greater than we could have ever imagined. Tony will often be the first friendly face they see when they enter the building. Tony's kind and gentle demeanor supports students who might need a momentary reset before they head back to class. For many of our students, just knowing that Tony is here in the building brings them a sense of comfort. One of our students has said, quote, "I really love Tony. He motivates me to come to school every day. I love it when he gives me cuddles."
It is a real privilege to have Tony as our PADS dog. Our huge appreciation to the entire PADS organization for making this happen for us.
Congratulations, Team Tony.
Bimmy is a patient and calm dog, and he is Anne's third service dog. Whenever he's needed, Vimy will assist Anne with getting off the bed by tugging on a rope that she holds onto. He will also help Anne by providing stability for her should she need some supportive balance while standing up from the ground. Vimy wears a harness that provides stability, and this allows Anne to remain active. They enjoy going for long walks together, and Anne can go up and down stairs with Vimy at her side. He also loves retrieving objects from the ground and bringing them back to Anne. Congratulations, Team Vimy.
Woodstock is a good-looking, athletic black Labrador Retriever and is Ken's second service dog. This wonderful team live on Vancouver Island. Woodstock is quirky and eager to help. He loves to offer skills whenever needed. He has shown himself to be steady and calm in noisy environments. Ken loves to get out and do things like search beaches with a metal detector to see what treasures he might find. We know that the two will have lots of fun adventures together.
Woodstock comes to me after several long months and the passing of my first PADS dog, Riddle. My first pairing saw many adventures and a significant boost to my health and wellness. Riddle was truly unique. He was the amazing Riddle. Woodstock was brought to me for a meet and greet with a few other adorable PADS dogs who had completed advanced training and were ready for jobs. The natural pairing showed itself as Woodstock was very quick to display his interest in working with me. It's been a month since Woodstock and I started our adventure together. We're learning to communicate with one another, getting to know each other's habits and finding our place in the world. We're taking our time and enjoying the process. Woodstock has had an immediate impact in the quality of my life. In the past month, my walking has increased threefold. I average an extra hour of quality sleep per night, and nearly 10 pounds has been safely dropped. This is the data we can see on my activity tracker, but what it doesn't show is the sense of calmness and comfort Woodstock brings to me. To be in public spaces, to socially interact again, to safely be able to venture past my driveway with confidence. Well, it's priceless. Woodstock is picking up where my last partner left off, and he isn't missing a beat, even adding new things every day. Still a bit early to predict where our new path will lead us, what adventures we'll take, but what I do know is it's good to be, as they say, back in the saddle again. I would like to thank all of Woodstock's puppy raisers and sitters, advanced trainers and sponsors. Your hard work and training with Woodstock means the world to me. I'm looking forward to many years working together. Thank you. Last but not least, thank you to the PADS staff for being by my side during this transition. The time, energy, and dedication of the work you do allows someone like me to live a higher quality of life. The specialized training so focused on my needs is incredible. Thank you. Ken and Woodstock. # Team Woodstock.
Congratulations, Team Woodstock.
Zen is a black Labrador Retriever whose personality matches his name perfectly. Zen is very calm and grounding with the people he meets. Zen is an accredited facility dog in the Employee Wellness Unit of the Vancouver Police Department with his handler, Michelle. Zen joins his fellow PADS dogs, AFD Luca and AFD Sadie, at the Vancouver Police Department. Each dog has a very special role. AFD Luca paved the way for both Sadie and Zen through his work in the Victim Services Unit over the last 6 years. We join VPD in celebrating the expansion of PAD's AFD presence at their facilities. Michelle and Zen visit various VPD buildings to promote positive mental health, attend critical incident stress management defusings, and support employees going through stressful events. Zen also accompanies Michelle when she teaches mental health programs to new police recruits or attends other police functions. Michelle and Zen love walking and hiking the trails on the North Shore of Vancouver.
Hi, I'm Constable Michelle McKnight of the Vancouver Police Employee Wellness Unit, and this is our newest member, accredited facility dog, Zen. We hope Zen will help reduce the stigma around talking about mental health in first responder work.
The Vancouver Police Employee Wellness Unit was developed to provide physical, emotional, and social support to police employees. Talking about the psychological, emotional, and physical effects of trauma and cumulative stress on employees is extremely important, and now we found one more way to help break the stigma around talking about mental health. Just over 3 months ago, PADS placed Zen in our Employee Wellness Unit. He's the newest member. We knew that he would bring joy and happiness to the workplace, but we weren't prepared for the overwhelming response to his presence. When Zen walks into a room, employees immediately start smiling. They stop what they're doing, they pet him, or they get down on the floor with him, and the energy in the room changes. You can see employees relax and connect with him. Our colleagues tell us that after they've been petting him, they're in a better mood, that seeing him has made their week better, and his calm nature was soothing and relaxing. One person even said they actually felt their blood pressure drop a few notches. Zen's ability to connect with staff helps facilitate genuine conversations about mental health and wellness. We are very lucky to have him. A big thanks to Zen's PADS volunteers, the whelping team, the puppy sponsor, the puppy raisers, the advanced sitters, and all of the trainers. Without you, Zen wouldn't be here supporting the wellness of Vancouver police employees. Thank you.
Congratulations, Team Zen.
Wow, wow, wow. I am so blown away. Please join me in congratulating our amazing PADS 2021 graduating teams. Also, thank you to our wondrous village of supporters, including volunteers, donors, and staff. Everyone should celebrate their contribution to PADS. It is only with this community effort that we are able to continue to fulfill our mission and place these life-changing assistance dogs. Caber, Puma, and I are very proud to be part of this remarkable PADS village. Now I'd like to introduce someone who works tirelessly behind the scenes, our resident matchmaker extraordinaire, breeding program manager, Jackie Clark.
Every year I'm asked to make a speech about our breeding graduates, and each year I struggle to put into words why each dog was chosen for the breeding program instead of continuing on in training. Of course, it goes without saying that based on their own merits, each breeding graduate is a truly lovely soul, but so too are many other dogs who are passed over for breeding and continue on in training. One of the long-term goals of the PADS breeding program was to be producing enough quality dogs that we were able to put breeding quality dogs through to training, and I'm very happy that we've reached that milestone several years ago. The truth is that breeder selection is less about the individual dog and more about the whole package. We have a breeder selection goal each year to ensure that we are replacing breeders who are retiring from the program and to plan for growth, so the breeders who are graduating each year are the ones who come closest to our current priorities. Naturally, we look at the individual dog first. Are they confident and well-adjusted? Did they get good reviews from their puppy class trainer and score well on assessments? Are they structurally put together well? After we've created a short list of dogs who look like solid individuals, we start to dig deeper, and the selection process becomes less about the individual dog. Some of the questions we're asking are, which dogs are going to be retiring from breeding, and what desirable traits did they bring to the table that we're hoping to maintain with our new breeders? How are the dog's parents producing? Are we seeing any health or temperament problems cropping up in their puppies? Is the dog an improvement on their parents? How are their litter mates doing, both in training and medically? Are there any red flags? How represented are their relatives within the PADS breeding program? Are they going to bring us some diversity? Will we have anything to breed them to? The last question is especially important with potential stud dogs, as in some cases we have a great dog, but when we look at which females we have available, there are only 1 or 2 of our girls who are compatible, meaning that he wouldn't get much use as a stud dog. What are the results of their breeding health clearances? For each breeder, we check hips, elbows, eyes, heart, and genetic disease markers to ensure that they have the health traits we want to pass on to the next generation. How do they fit within PADS' overall breeding goals? A breeding program can only make improvement by focusing on 3 to 4 traits at a time, so assessing each candidate against those priorities narrows the field. Currently, our priorities are lowering allergy rates, eliminating the copper toxicosis gene from our Labrador and Lab Golden mix lines, decreasing body sensitivity, moderating working drive and resilience. To give some examples of how these traits steer breeder selection, we have a stud dog named Zegan who's been widely used in the industry. To date, he has sired 146 puppies. This means that he will be overly represented in the next generation of breeding dogs at many schools. So when we're looking at Zegan offspring as breeders, we're looking for diversity in the mother's line, clear health, and a candidate who is overall very strong. This means some Zegan puppies who could well have been breeders under different circumstances will go on to training and placement, which is fantastic. The copper toxicosis gene is so common in our population of dogs that bringing in a stud dog who carries copper toxicosis means that he'll get very little use. For this reason, as of summer 2020, we are no longer keeping career stud dogs unless they are clear for these genetic markers, which means more awesome dogs go into advanced training who could have otherwise been breeders. This year, we have 6 fantastic individuals who have made the cut as breeders. Our first graduate is Strudel. Strudel is a mellow yellow Labrador who was bred by PADS. She was part of an intentional dual sire litter, meaning the litter had 2 dads, so that some of her litter mates were her full siblings and others were her half siblings. Strudel brings a nice softness into the program at a time where we're looking to reduce the excitability of some of our dogs to make them a little easier to handle. By the time grad goes to air, Strudel will have welcomed her first litter. Our next breeding graduate is Freya. Freya came to PADS as a part of the ABC Cooperative and is a complete outcross for us, meaning that she doesn't have any relatives in the breeding program. She is small and wiggly with absolutely fantastic engagement with her handler. Whenever anything happens in the environment, for Freya it's just a cue to check back in with her person. Freya recently welcomed her first litter of future assistance dogs. Our next graduate is Camper. Camper also came to PADS as part of the ABC Cooperative. She is a Zegan daughter out of Cali from Dogs with Wings, and as with any stud service we provide to another school, the pick female puppy comes back to us in exchange for the stud fee. Camper is silly and eager to please. She likes to work, and if she doesn't have her handler's attention, she'll dance around a little bit in front of them to see if she can get them to re-engage with her. Camper comes from a really strong litter. Out of 7 puppies, 4 were selected for breeding at different schools, 2 have graduated with clients, and only 1 has been released. We're all looking forward to welcoming Camper's first litter next spring. Jazz. Jazz came to PADS in a bit of a roundabout way through the ABC Cooperative. She was donated to ABC at 8 weeks old by Guide Dogs for the Blind and was raised at Guide Dogs of America / Tender Loving Canines in Los Angeles. When she came up for breeder selection, the number of breeders that were selected by the cooperative at Guide Dogs was beyond what they could keep, and she was offered to PADS as a fully cleared breeder. If you look very closely at Jazz, you'll see that she isn't truly a black lab, but rather a brindle. She has faint tan brindle markings on her legs. Jazz is a really sweet dog who welcomed her first litter in the spring, and whose second litter should be a week old as we celebrate graduation. Our last 2 breeding graduates are a brother and sister duo, Nav, who's here with me today, and Cleet, both from the Boat Parts litter. They're a pair of big, burly yellow labs with a lust for life. They're both confident, avid workers, as well as consummate snugglers. Nav welcomed her first litter on March 30th, and Cleet's first litter arrived 2 days later on April 1st. Please join me in celebrating this year's breeding graduates.
Thank you, Jackie, and warmest congrats to our breeding graduates. We can't wait to meet your babies. I now have the privilege of telling you about our VIP program. These very important pets are placed with children or adults with disabilities. Whether it's companionship or unconditional love, they change lives in tremendous ways. Our 2021 VIP graduates are PADS Yoshi, who is loving the VIP life.
Our amazing breeding dog, Chai, retired from breeding and was placed as a VIP pet. The lovely pads.ca has a new best friend named Caden. The adorable Dory is making a tremendous difference in her new family. The extraordinary Wilbur has soared to new heights with professional snuggle skills. The super sweet Surf earned a new nickname from his girl Jillian, Meet Smurf. The lovely Paisley has used her supersized heart to her best advantage. The dashingly handsome Franz has found his perfect soft landing. The super sweet Kamari is making a difference as a VIP. Congratulations, VIP graduates and your wonderful families. I would now like to introduce our fearless leader, PADS Executive Director, Laura Wadamanuk.
There is no doubt that we would rather celebrate our graduates and see our PADS Village in person. However, we now realize the merits of holding this celebration virtually. Through technology, we are able to feature and celebrate every person that received their life-changing dog this year, and honor and thank our incredible community of volunteers and donors who make our mission possible. What is most exciting is that this virtual ceremony connects our community both near and far, and today we welcome our donors and volunteer communities which span across multiple regions, provinces, and across the globe. It is hard to believe that we have now reached 19 months conducting business while maneuvering life through COVID-19 pandemic. It continues to test and tax us all, both personally and professionally, so it's very heartwarming to celebrate PADS successes with you here today. Much has been learned throughout this time. The pre-COVID day-to-day operations and the processes are ever-changing as we have found some wonderful opportunities with change and adopt what is serving us well. Our work marches on. Our breeding program is thriving as we welcome new puppies to ensure future assistant dogs are coming up the ranks. Puppies and volunteers are back in the public space and are happy to be practicing and honing their skills. The training department is working hard to turn the yellow puppy and training capes into blue-vested graduate dogs. Work that was stalled has again resumed, and it has been an incredible year of commitment and work by the Board of Directors and the PADS staff. Our roadmap is clear with a new and refreshed strategic plan. Guided by this plan, we are creating a foundation for confidently moving forward and reaching out to the community for your support. I'm so incredibly proud of this team. They have persevered in amazing ways through both the professional and personal trials of COVID to train and place dogs and keep operations running. Their fortitude and resolve and creativity to do everything possible to keep PADS moving forward is incredible and inspiring. This team breathes our mission. and every department is integral to the placement of each PADS graduate. But we could not do it without the incredible support of our board of directors, our community of volunteers and donors. It does indeed take a village of people to get a dog into the waiting client's hands, and it takes your support. This year, you have continued to support in amazing ways, and we are incredibly grateful for the ferocious spirit of those that stand behind this organization. Our volunteers, we simply could not do anything without this amazing community. They put their hearts and soul into raising these dogs simply because they want to help another person. Our donors, you continue to stand with us, and we are so incredibly grateful for your generosity and your continued belief in our mission. It's thanks to the contribution of many that we are here today to celebrate and honor the graduating teams. To our new clients, we know that you waited a long time for your match and that you have worked very hard to get to this day and celebrate your success with your new PADS partner. We're so very happy for you all. Congratulations to all the graduates and welcome to the PADS Village.
Thank you, Laura. We would like to thank our village of volunteers, the breeder caretakers, puppy raisers and sitters, our advanced puppy raisers, kennel, office and facility volunteers, and all the integral committees that support the work of PADS staff and programs. Each of you play a critical part in PADS success. It takes a whole community to raise one assistance dog, and we have a dedicated and amazing village. This extraordinary village of volunteers has continued to raise these life-changing puppies by Zoom and pure grit. Join me in thanking them for their persistence, patience, and passion. That's it for me and Miss Pumaloo, and we look forward to seeing you all next time. The sorry, that one I'm gonna have to do again. What that?
Come on, sit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my Lord. Kevin, no. Go away.
Introduce our fearless leader, PADS Executive Director, Laura Watamanuk.
Can you do that again?
I know, is it wrong? How did you say it? Watamanuk. I always get it right. Okay, Watamanuk.
I had this all the way.
Sorry, was doing so good. And then I also just remembered in my head that Margaret had sent me an edited copy of these that I better look at. You turn off my furnace?
Huh?
You need me to turn off the furnace? It's running.
Oh, wow. I am so blown away by our awesomeness.